Good morning. Day number 3. I don't know how long the old legs are gonna last today. They're pretty wore out from yesterday. But we're just kind of packing up, finishing some odd and end stuff, making sure we have everything, lunches and food for the dogs and all that good stuff. And then we're gonna head back out. I think we're gonna be in completely new territory today. A spot I've wanted to check out for a couple of years. An area that is known to have a lot of moose wintering in it. I think a lot of people hit it pretty hard on sleds, but I don't know if a lot of people get off and walk it. So there's potential to find some brown ones and potential to find some old ones. So we're gonna get finished packed up and then hit the road and be there in just a few minutes.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
This is a spot I come in last January, and this particular spot was all tore up because there was probably a foot of snow or better, and hair everywhere, and just moose tracks. I mean, you couldn't step on it, this road, without hitting a moose track. So it's a place I had in mind, and we're gonna go on each side of the road and hopefully find those bulls that we're fighting. Their antlers, at least. That's really what we're after.
All right, headed in. Day number 3. Legs are a little bit tired already.
Supposed to get up to 60 degrees today. So drink all you can there, girl. Very hot today.
Okay, I'm pretty much done for the morning, I think. I walked in through here. Once I get out of this like kind of spruce and pine thicket, it turns into hardwoods and there's little to no moose sign at all. So figured I would take a minute to go over some of the gear we've been running on this trip. If you guys are wondering what packs we're using or anything like that, this will cover kind of all of that for you. First things first, I've just been running like Carhartt double leg pants. I do have some SKRE pants with me, but it's been pretty warm, so I haven't had to layer up a whole heck of a lot. So been lucky with the weather in that regard. So just some Carhartt double layer pants. This is the thin quarter zip from SKRE, merino top, and then in the mornings when it's colder, I've been running the merino Kaibab 300 hoodie as the outer layer. And then once I start sweating too much, take that off, throw it in the pack, and just run this light quarter zip. Both merino wool, both dry good, both wick moisture good, and have been really good. Boots, I've been running 2 different pairs of boots today, or not today, but this week. I have a cheap pair of like Expedite from Amazon that I wanted to try that had really good reviews. Those are insulated, so I haven't worn them the last couple of days. The last couple of days I've been wearing these Danners. They're non-insulated and they're pretty good. They're almost more like a croc material bottom, so they're a little bit soft. I don't remember the model. I'll try to find the model and put it on the bottom. But I don't remember off the top of my head. And then I've been running Gators by SKRE. As far as the pack itself goes, this is by Alps. Again, I don't remember the model off the top of my head, but I will link a link to Amazon down below for you guys to check it out. It's not a super expensive pack. It is an out of the frame or out of the pack frame pack, like Alaskan style. The backpack itself, this portion can come off and just leave you with the pack frame, and that's normally what I would run. But with Bo here, I wanted to make sure I had plenty of water, her dog bowl, and then just some miscellaneous stuff in there. If we were to get turned around, we have enough stuff in here to spend a night or two if we had to. So I wanted to run the full size pack. Normally I'll just put my regular hunting pack over it and strap it to it, and that works fine. But like I said, just wanted to have a few extra things to start fires and stuff like that. Some extra clothes and blankets in case we did get turned around. So trekking poles, which I used yesterday. These are nothing fancy. They're not by anybody really, you know. Cascade Mountain Tech. Again, just on Amazon, cheapos. Nothing super fancy. Used them for the first time yesterday, and they worked good. Hauling, you know, 45 pounds of moose antlers out of the woods. So then I keep a hatchet with me. Normally I have it out and I'm using it to mess around with and play with all day, but with Bo running around, I don't want her to catch an edge to the head randomly, so keeping it in the pack. Again, if you get turned around, a little saw or a hatchet of some sort is super handy to have. My bear deterror is in the truck right now, but it's just a Smith & Wesson Shield 40 caliber. Keep it right here on my left hip because I am a lefty. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Try to keep it pretty simple. Food, water, a Gatorade, some basic fire starting kit. I always have a lighter in my pocket, and a compass in my pocket, so that you can, once you leave the road, get a reading, you know, figure out which way north is, get your reading and say, okay, if I'm going in north to hit this road, worst case scenario, if I get turned around, I just need to head straight south. I should hit the road. Kind of gives you a little bit of comfort. And then I do have my phone app, HuntWise, and I will turn that on and I'll mark the truck. That's basically all I do with it. That, or I'll use it to grid. If I'm doing a grid trying to find an antler, I'll do that too. But typically I just mark the truck. Worst case scenario, I can find my way back to the truck. Might not be the best and easiest path in the world, but I can find the truck. And then another thing that I like to carry is either gum or some sort of a lozenge. This trip I'm running Lifesavers, the orange ones. They're super good. I could sit down and eat the whole entire bag in one fell swoop, which is the only downfall, but yeah, just something to kind of keep your mouth, you know, wet. Keep some moisture in there. Gum works really good for that. Some sort of a hard candy, whatever your preference is for that goes. Just keeps your salivating, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So yeah, that's pretty much the rundown on the gear we are using today and this week. And yeah, nothing super fancy. This is all, you know, I live my life on a budget just like most guys, so I can't afford the biggest and baddest and nicest stuff in the world, but this stuff here will get you by. And when you're hauling 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds of moose antlers out of the woods for a mile, having a big outside the frame pack like this is it's really nice. Keeps that weight distributed, keeps it rigid, tight to your body. So far there's nothing in my kit that I have right now, from clothing to gear, that I would replace. So yeah, that's my little spiel for now, and then we'll probably get right back into looking for antlers. Okay, headed back in. It is just after noon, going down the winter road that I've always wanted to go down. This is no secret spot that a lot of moose herd up in here. It does get hit pretty hard by guys on snow sleds, but I don't know how many people get out and walk, so we're gonna walk to the end, which isn't super far, and then start zigzagging through these cuts, hoping to come up with one or two or three or a million. But we'll start with one. Dad's gonna hit the other side of the road. He's pretty wore out from his little jaunt today, but I feel pretty good because I didn't go very far. Imagine that. So had to put the other extra layer on, throw the rain gear in the back. Winds started picking up and it's getting kind of cloudy, so I don't know if a storm's about to blow in or not, but yeah, got little Miss Bowtie and myself. We're gonna look for some antlers.
Holy cow, I walked right by that. That is like in the mud old. Good girl. Have to give her a treat anyway. Look at that, huh? Look at that moose antler. What do you think about that? That's an old one, isn't it? Again, I saw a narn on something. Let's look at it. Huh? Let's look at it. Let's take that right out of there. See what we got. Look at how dark that is. Look at that, huh? That was in there for a long time.
Back to camp. We got our butts whooped today. Dad's feeding the hound. Mine already got feeded. Pretty much went over today. Dad and Delilah were the heroes with this chewed up old one. But yeah, pretty much about as close to a goose egg as you can get. But if you guys go out looking for moose antlers at all, you probably are in the same boat as us, and that happens. Coming up short, coming up empty-handed is all part of it. Checking out new territories, scratching places off the list, checking out places you've always wanted to check that turns out there's no moose in them at all. So yeah, everywhere we went today, there were, you know, pretty decent moose sign, but I didn't get into a whole lot of fresh rubs. Take that collar off her. Dad got into some better sign than I did, but tomorrow they're calling for some pretty crappy weather, so I don't know if this is the end of it. If it is, thanks for watching the little three-part series on moose shed hunting. If the weather holds out for another day, we'll have one more day to look, and we're gonna go to an area Dad's already found some antlers and saw some moose. So I don't really know how to end this because I don't know if we're shed hunting tomorrow or if we're going home tomorrow. But either way, thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. See you on the next one.
When I was a kid, my dad used to say, don't let anything stand in your way. Stand tall, think clear. Don't let them see you ain't no fear.